Morning, everybody. It's the Dark Comic Nerd playing Fate Grand Order this morning. Frankly, I was hoping to get a few videos in this morning, but it's been kind of a weird last 24 hours. We're here this morning to do rolls for, well, let's just put it this way, guys. Let's check it out, and then we'll talk about some of the other stuff going on. Let's just get to the thing. I can't remember how to pronounce her name, so I got to see it again. But we're here to roll under this Seraph banner that's going on right now. Guys, if you remember a little while ago, I talked about how we would be waiting for this particular date because there are two of the characters I would love to get my hands on. Particularly, Meltryllis, I think is, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right, is who I'm really looking forward to getting. A lot of people talk about how hard it is to get that character. But goes in, if I can get her, I will take that as a runner-up thing. I would hope not to get too many Robin Hoods, but Robin Hood is apparently in the background on every single roll, so there's nothing you can do to get past that. So going back to what I was talking about, guys, last night I was getting home from Chunky Jeffries, dropping off some Legos for him, and I was going down my steps, and the little bit of snow we got last night had already added to the fact that we had earlier this week ice and rain and stuff mix in with the snow we had from a few days prior. So, but ultimately what we ended up with was this very rock solid crap that you just can't get rid of. It's garbage. It's like solid rock. And it's been finally getting a little bit warmer and a little bit sunnier, so that it's starting to slowly melt, but it's been taking time. And it wasn't going away fast, and I didn't have the time to chip away at the stuff on my steps. But then, of course, the snow came in last night. So the snow comes in last night, and what do you think happened? Well, the snow creates a problem because then you have like a layer of something hard like ice underneath, and then you have snow on top of it, and voila, bam, you're on the ground. So what happened was it wasn't bad enough that I careened into the ground. Luckily, I was on the bottom step when it happened. But at the same time, I'm holding on to the banister of my porch. So when I fell, this is what happened. Now, I know you guys can't see it, but let me put it a little closer. I've got some medical tape around it, and I've got a Band-Aid right there. You guys can see it underneath. What it is I got a big, wide Band-Aid. I gashed up my hand pretty good right here. And underneath that big, wide Band-Aid, which I'm using medical tape to hold the Band-Aid on because it was at the very base of the palm of my hand, so it's hard to get a Band-Aid to stay there. No real Band-Aid will stay there permanently, so I'm using medical tape to actually hold it on, and it's not supremely uncomfortable, but it's hard to do this with my hand. And I've got some scarring that happened underneath the skin that it actually didn't pierce the skin, but down here on the lower part of my hand, it ripped it open pretty good. And then on top of that, I got some other scars. I got one right in the crux of my finger right here, so I've got a Band-Aid on that. And ultimately, I got gashed up. I got cuts and stuff on my arms from where I landed on the hard ice snow out there, and that cut me up a little bit. And it was ultimately it was a bad situation all around. Luckily, I didn't get hurt too badly. I took some aspirin, so my neck where I landed and my back here doesn't feel too bad. And this is coming after a couple weeks ago where my friend Chunky Jeffrey knows. I landed on the ice doing something else, trying to fix the furnace in my house here a little while ago. We were tossing some oil out, and the thing is, I landed on the ice, ended up with oil on my arm and everything like that, and smashed my back into the hard ground pretty good, because it was ice and then hard rock, sand. Trust me, I don't care what they tell you. Sand mixed with water with ice on top of it is far worse than landing on solid ground, because sand just seems to be, the silicates would seem to mix with water and just create something that is horribly, horribly painful. So currently I'm getting my lunch set up, guys, and watching Chunky Jeffries. He's playing Punch-Out for the Wii on his gaming channel. I still want to get that link in here sometime. I know it might be hard to see me, guys. Like if I move here, the camera is trying to adjust to the lighting behind me. My apologies. Currently I have the windows open, so the contrast is a little off. So I hope it's not too bad for you guys, but I did definitely want to have the camera on so I could show you guys this. So the plans were already in the works to do this summoning this morning, so we're going to go with this. It's, what is it, 11:15? No, 11:21. So yeah, the morning's going along pretty fast. You can imagine if I do any kind of shower or anything this morning, I'm going to have to be careful for this. That's always a fun thing to deal with because you don't want the water to get in there and you don't want anything bad to happen. You don't want the Band-Aids. That's why, hence the medical tape, because we don't want the Band-Aid falling off when the water gets in, because if you use your hand for anything, that Band-Aid's going to fall off eventually, no matter what kind of sticky crap you use. So I'm going to possibly take what I call a light shower this morning, which is basically the rough equivalent of what people get for sponge baths. You just take a washcloth and you soak it, and you get some soap on you, and you just clean those parts of you that you can that really need it bad, and that's all you do, because I don't want to get water on this, because if I get water in the wound, it's going to probably be incredibly painful considering how much it got gashed up. It's actually not much bigger than my thumb. The wound is not much bigger than this, but it opened up in a very awkward position and tore up a lot of the skin, and that's what I'm trying to be careful of. When you have a wound like that, if you actually have some of the skin still on it, and it's mostly attached, it's great, because what you do is you just put a Band-Aid over, and then the skin will try to reform. You know, I mean, I had a lot of blood, but it actually acts as a coagulant around where the blood was coming out. But I didn't rip the skin off, because trust me, if you rip the skin off and you have it deep like I did, it's not pleasant, and it exposes a lot of things. So I got lucky, and so I just slapped this back on, and then what'll happen is, I've had it happen before, is in a couple weeks, the wound will heal up underneath the skin that got damaged, and then that old skin will just come off like sunburned skin. So it actually will work out pretty good. But in the meantime, I gotta have to baby my hand like crazy. It makes it hard to play video games and stuff. But I'm happy I can do this with you guys this morning. I had another video for my Dark Comic Nerd channel I was going to do with cards, but I'm still a little sore. My arm in particular is still sore from where I landed on this whole side. And trust me, that stuff was hard, and I think I hit a little bit of the porch while I was at it. So I just want to talk about that, guys, because it's making things really not supremely uncomfortable, but slightly uncomfortable this morning. So in the meantime, guys, we're gonna shoot for this. As you can see, we've got summon tickets. We got plenty more from the previous Valentine's event, and we've had some coming up from this event. So because of that, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try to do a Kitashan ritual. That's always a favorite. And then we might try my ritual, but unfortunately my ritual has been harder to come by because it's been a lot harder to get doubles or triples than it used to be. I don't know if the event has anything to do with it, but it's been tougher. And I haven't picked up BB yet, so I can get that double EXP, though that doesn't guarantee a super or triple. Basically, it just doubles whatever you're putting in. When they were doing the last one with the Magical Girls, occasionally I would get a super success or a great success, but it doesn't mean that the likelihood of getting it is any higher. It just means that whatever you put in, it's going to be doubled automatically. So in this case, let's see if we start with the Kitashan, and let's see if we can get lucky. Maybe we can get lucky before we even need to do the ×10. Remember, guys, Melt is the number one I'm going for, so if I don't get the other one, I stop. So if we get our alter ego Melt, that's it. We're done, and I'm saving the rest of that stuff for later on. So we just have to get this one down to 2, and if we haven't got what we want yet, boom, we're moving on. Oh, it's a Servant. That's a plus. I don't remember how many times, but I think once or twice we've actually rolled a summoning ticket and got exactly what we wanted on the first one. I would have to go back through my old videos to even remotely check that out, but I think it's happened occasionally where we've gotten something on the first shot, but usually no. Another thing you guys might be noticing, hey, we can use another one of those. I already had a couple of those, lucky me, so I got a chance to start using those right off the bat without having to do this summoning. But one of the things that's going to be interesting here is that we're having the opportunity to get stuff that, well, like I was just saying, I already have for craft essences, but I don't necessarily need them. Well, that looked interesting for a second. Alter egos, guys, won't be... Oh, what a terrible roll to get. Alter egos aren't hard to spot. When the cards come up, they have a very unique pattern, so we really can't get spooked really hard by this. They have, like, something that's equivalent to what looks like the back of a Joker card. So the thing is that it's easy to spot them when they pop up. I don't think we get spooked by another alter ego. They're also, from my experience, a little harder to come by when it comes to rolling. It just seems like they don't want to really give you those extra cards very much. I'm starting to lean towards the fact that we're probably going to end up doing a ×10. Oh, very much so. And it doesn't look like we're having a banner morning when it comes to getting 4 stars or a 5-star. We've had better luck before when it comes to those, haven't we? Now, right now, I'm doing this in the morning, guys. This was the full plan. It seems like my morning rolls have been better. I guess we'll find out. Also keep in mind that our backup character that we would like to get goes in there. She is a Saber. So we'll know if we run across that. Let's just hope we have better luck with our ×10 than we did with our individual tickets. I also reserve the right at any time, guys, to say, well, this morning sucks, and to wait until later on tonight to do it instead. But I don't get out till 10 o'clock tonight, so I really don't want to do it tonight. A lot of casters this morning. Remember, everybody, when we needed casters really badly during the last one, they wouldn't give it to us? Now, there you go. It's like the people that make the mechanics for the banner. They like to rub it in your face. I'm not impressed with this roll yet this morning at all. I saw that coming. They can't even be bothered to give me an event CE. It had to be something really dumb. Well, there we go. That actually is something cool. Unfortunately, that usually means that our likelihood of getting a 5-star summon servant is a little less now, but at least it's something. I hate to say it, but even though we got a 5-star and a 4-star craft essence, I find this particular roll pretty crappy so far. Yeah, there's a Robin Hood. Why not? Robin Hoods tend to show up as lousy, rated up 3-star cards in a lot of banners. I hate to say it. Way too many, in fact. That was and I'm sorry, I found that entire roll very crappy. No offense to Kirishan, but his ritual did not come up with a lot of anything on that one. So, what we're going to do is we're going to work on some craft essences and try my ritual and see if my ritual of doing my doubles and stuff like that will add to anything better than what we've got currently. Fortunately, a lot of our junk cards I had to use just to be able to play the events. So now I've got to find some crap cards to be able to chuck, like this one. We'll do it one at a time. My apologies. It's going to take a little longer, but it usually improves our odds if we don't do as many one at a time. At least that's my experience. I have a bad feeling we're going to end up in a sticky situation where we're going to not have a lot of cards to work with to do what I want to do. There we go. Fate smiled upon us this morning. Lucky us. Okay, let's see how my ritual comes out. If the next one is crap, guys, like the first one was, I really will, I think, pull the stop out. And we got a day or two. We've got a day or two of this particular thing going on. It's not going to be gone until I think sometime tomorrow evening. We might just save it till tomorrow. Hey, there's a good thing right off the bat. It doesn't do us a lot of good for this event, but hey, not bad. The question is, will it signal doom for us at getting a 4 or a 5-star servant? Because we got a 5-star craft essence right off the bat. Well, there's the cage. There's the 3-star that's in there. I got plenty of those, too. I've been collecting that. That's a regular card I collect seemingly quite often. Even from friend summonings on just regular days of the week. There's another 4-star. I've been getting far too many of those, though. Hey, I think we got her. Yes! Woo! 2 5-stars in a single roll. So in this case, folks, my ritual trumped the Kitashan ritual. Go figure. But 2 5-star gold cards in the same roll. Not bad. Be nice if they'd like to chuck us that 4-star goes-in card while we're at it. Anybody notice that lately when it comes to my, high-end 5-star cards, no rainbow thing on the bottom, no gold, no flash, no flare. The cards just boom, there you go. Have it and get out of here. It's like you don't really know what's coming. It's just boom there. It rolls like a regular roll. Here we go.
Meltryllis.
So, let me give you a little background. This character kind of fancies herself as a ballerina type character, and she's made up of all water, and it's a very weird alter ego character, but she's got basically these blades for feet, and she kind of skates around everywhere, so it's really weird. But it took me a while to realize that it's like, oh, she kind of, a lot of her stuff has to do with ballet. Yep, it's the first one, Crime Ballet A, apply evade, and gain C-stars. Not a bad thing. Now, I haven't gotten into enough of playing other people's characters to see what the other ones are, but generally, from what I can read from the icons, the second one's going to increase attack, and the other one at the end is going to reduce down. I think if I remember correctly, the third skill has something down to reducing down your enemy's noble phantasm power, but it increases yours after 1 turn. So it's kind of a weird thing. Alright, so let's see. Oh boy, isn't this long? Yeah, poisonous nectar, they talk about that. Metal legs. Like always, guys, I'll let you pause this and read it for yourself. It's fairly long. Yeah, she's kind of sadistic for talking about how she's a beautiful and everybody. Spoiler. If nobody knows, all these alter egos, BB, and all these alter egos that they have are all variations of Sakura from the first time I think we see her is when she's a young girl in the Fate Zero series. Then she shows up as an older teenager in the Fate Stay series, and as of what I know of Fate Grand Order, you don't really see anything of her, but her alter egos or variations they've made of the Sakura character have shown up a lot of places, and that's basically what this is another variation of that. Look at that Noble Phantasm EX. I find her Noble Phantasm pretty impressive, but nothing that's, you know, it doesn't super stand out to me. It does damage, I want to say, and I guess we'll read it in a second, to a single... Oh, I didn't check it out in the stats, I don't think. But it does it to a single enemy, if I'm not mistaken. My apologies, guys, I forgot to check out the rest of the stats. See this? Core of a Goddess. She's a Goddess-type character. Now, here's another good thing. Sakura B power. It means I get 2 Sakura chips if I have her in my party, so I'm going to be working at trying to get her up a little higher, but I don't have a lot of... Let me put it this way. If I was going to use up a lot of my Blaze of Wisdom on something, I'd probably be saving it for when I get BB. So, deals significant damage to a single enemy, removes all the buffs for a single enemy, and then increase your personal quick card effectiveness, which is interesting because there's a lot of times when at the beginning of the event, BB's little slot machine will come out and actually reduce down your quick card effectiveness. So, and I actually don't think that's as random as they say it is, folks, because I've had a couple of times where I've had to withdraw from a fight, and amazingly, when I went back, the slot machine picked the exact same debuff on me. So I have a hunch those are pre-planned every fight. They're not as random as it looks like. We'll take a quick look at the character skin. Tall character, isn't she? See, there's the big blades for feet, or under her feet, which did give you a little animation to show what the character does, but it's pretty impressive. As you go down the line, she gets a more white ballerina type outfit. We're not talking tutu and stuff like that. We're talking about more free-flowing, so that less black coat, more white. So I'd like to try to get the character up. But the main reason for picking this character, guys, was in fact because this character is hard to get. Everybody talks about trying to get this character. I get the impression she doesn't show up in a lot of events, and it's probably hard to get, if it's even possible, during story play. If you go through the regular, I'm guessing, let me put it this way, you don't get spooked by the character very often, if it's at all possible. Now, real quick, let's look at this other one, guys. The Prisma Cosmos, which is where they got the thing for the Magical Girl event we just had a little while ago. This increases your MP gauge by 8% each turn. The irony is that I actually have, I think I'm getting really close, if I don't already have enough, to do a limit break on that, which would be really awesome if I could start using that, because I'd probably be able to boost it at least above 10%, because anything that boosts your MP gauge is pretty awesome, especially if it's going to do it each turn. So there we go, guys. That's our thing this morning. Oh, God favored us this morning after tearing up my hand and having cuts and bruises and stuff like this, and being sore from the neck here down. I am very happy to have that worked out. That was amazing. It still follows the suit that, amazingly enough, daytime rolls are coming up a lot better. And here's the extra bonus, guys. We got to save 40 of our quartz. What a great morning. In the meantime, guys, I want to make sure to try to post this for you guys before I go off to work. While we were talking, my oven beeped. I'm going to go throw some food in. It's chicken tenders. I'm going to have some Purdue chicken tenders. They're organic, but I don't really care if they're organic or not organic. It's just that I haven't had the Purdue ones in a while. I find them particularly tasty, and I'm going to have them with some French fries, and that's going to be my lunch today. So I'm going to go start cooking that up, and then I am going to be uploading this video in the meantime. I really hope you get off my butt and get Chunky Jeffrey's gaming page sometime, so I can put it in the description. In the meantime, guys, as I always say, I know a lot of people don't watch this, but for those that are, just punch in punch in Jeffrey's gaming channel into the search engine on YouTube, and it will get you to his, usually he's the first one to come up. He's the one with the yellow icon with his face, and I think currently he's got 8 subscribers, so hopefully that'll narrow it down for you. But I'm actually going to go back to watching him play Punch-Out for the Wii, and getting my food going, and then doing some other stuff. And I hope that you guys will consider checking out my Dark Comic Nerd. Sorry guys, Dark is actually in a lot of the pseudonyms I use, a lot of the avatars and usernames I use online, so I had to remember which one it was for a second. So my Dark Comic Nerd channel, I will hopefully be doing some cards later on. We picked up a bunch of Transformer cards, bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff, and I want to showcase all of them when I get a chance. Hopefully later on tonight I'll be feeling up to it. We'll find out. In the meantime, if you guys like these videos, consider hitting the like button, and consider if you want to, I don't particularly care about getting a massive amount of subscribers, but if you want to consider doing it so that you'll be notified of when future updates come out, like stuff like this, and you guys enjoy this, consider it, and definitely leave a comment. Unfortunately, we have a lot of bot programs leaving a lot of spam comments right now. I would really like to get a live person that actually exists to just say something. So just consider that, guys, if you want to do me a personal favor. In the meantime, guys, it is Saturday. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you, whenever that is, on the next video. Peace.